I'm just gonna have to fix that. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Back in the house once again. It is the effing podcast 919. I'm Branson.
I'm Hassan, aka Alpha Dog. Woo, woo.
Shout out my man B Dub. Shout out Kelly Joe. Shout out Buddha, 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 Buddha. I doubt if they be in the building tonight. I just got off the phone with Dubs. Definitely shout out my man Dub. We're back in the house. Like I said, we did not do a show the following week. We weren't here Saturday, so I was off from work tonight. I decided, why not we get in here, me and Alpha Dog, and we chop up a couple of topics because it's been hot in these streets as of late.
Real hot.
Before we get started, got to give us the customary shout outs. Shout out Eighth and Fancy.
Shout out.
Shout out where you get all your fine goods, edibles, all that stuff. Shout out Dank Drinks.
Dank Drinks.
The dankest of drinks. Shouting my guys out. Dub usually does the shout out, so I'm a little sketchy on them, but we're going to get through them. Then shout out to the local food plug.
Yes, local food plug.
Definitely.
Please eat responsibly.
Please eat responsibly.
Then we got to give a shout out to Crimies.
Definitely shout out crimey dealers. You know what I'm saying? So before we get started with the topics tonight, I want to give a special shout out to all the kids who participate in sports. Then I want to give a shout out to all the parents that go support the kids that participate in sports. I know Buddha's always out with the boys at their events, and today I went out and saw my daughter at her track and field event, and it's just good to see the kids out there. It's good to see the kids out there. It's good to see the parents out there supporting them.
Kids see their people supporting them, let them know that, you know, that somebody's out there got their back.
Yeah, and it was just a good environment. I got to talk to a couple of people out there, a couple of the parents and stuff like that, and it's just good to hear other people's thoughts and how they think of things. And then you look at the kids, and we all decide that, you know, most of the time, because my daughter's she's in the 8th grade. She's in middle school. But, you know, most of the time, kids, when they play sports, it's because their friends play sports. And they want to, you know, hang out with their friends and stuff like that. And that's what we came to the conclusion of. Is like, you know, a lot of these kids, they're not really out there because they want to be out there. They're out there to hang out with their friends and stuff.
Hang out with friends. Some naturally want to be out there.
Yeah.
Some people push their ass to get them out there. So it's a combination of the three.
But definitely shout out to the kids, shout out to the parents. The races, I saw this one race, and this young white kid smoked everybody. He wanted to be out there. What you said, the kid who wanted to be out, he wanted to be out there. He smoked these kids. But it was good. I think my daughter got first in the long jump too.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out my baby. Yeah, she definitely put it on today, and it was good. Like I said, it was just good to be out there and seeing other parents and stuff like that. So with that being said, we're going to jump on to some topics. This is one right up your alley. I didn't say we were going to talk about, but we're going to touch on it. You know, we don't usually do politics.
Yeah.
You know, we stay far away from the politics. But there was another attempt on the president.
Was it an attempt?
Allegedly.
Right, allegedly.
Allegedly, there was an attempt on the president again. And this makes three?
Yeah,
three times they done tried to get at him and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying, just stop. It's like, just stop. I mean, because to me, you know, the vibe, when I seen the footage of him just sitting there, he just sitting there, Paul, he looking. Everybody else around him got the hell out of the way. They ducking and shit.
There was one guy who ran and stood right in front of him with his arms out.
I'm saying outside of that, but I'm saying majority of people, he's just sitting there looking.
I'm wondering how much they paid that guy,
right?
The guy who going
he's alive.
The guy who going to take the bullet for the president because he's like this.
Oh, I think whoever take the bullet for his ass, I mean, they people just taking care of for the rest of their life.
But it was definitely a scene there. You saw them all scrambling to get away and stuff like. Well, not everybody.
Yeah, they was like roaches. They was scattering everywhere.
Some people were still eating. Some people were snatching wine bottles up. You know, they weren't going to let that stop the party. It was just a
hot mess.
It was a hot.
I mean, like I said, I get it. You know, so it's feel hopelessness out there, you know what I'm saying, because of the rhetoric that's being thrown around. Cost of living is high and stuff like that. Gas is high. And it's like the administration is not showing no type of positivity and stuff like that. So I get it. We got to get to the voting. You got to vote. You got to vote locally, number one, as well as nationally. And if you want serious change, beat them at the voting polls. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. We all on the same side. It doesn't matter what race, religion,
creed, color
you are. We all on the same side. They just throwing out a bunch of stuff out there because this dude getting money.
He is.
He on the Epstein files. I mean, what? I think today the reports came out. This a war in Iran, costing us $25 billion.
Well, we ain't gonna hang long on the topic, like I said, because we don't usually do politics. But just to touch on the Iran war, I think is stupid. I think the whole premise of it is stupid. I think you really messed up people's
Had a deal in place.
But you really messed up people's summer, and they're gonna get a nuclear weapon. That's old, that's tiresome. There's other countries that have nukes that are just as bad as them, and they got nukes.
Pakistan
and you don't say,
India.
we don't say nothing. North Korea, but but now we're so worried about.
It's the oil, man. That's what it's all about. It's the oil.
It's corny, and you're putting people's lives at risk for no reason.
They ain't gonna understand. The people that support this, they're not gonna understand until it hits them in the pockets.
Always keep our soldiers in your thoughts and prayers at all times, because especially in times like this, they could be subjected to being in something that they ain't got no business.
Man, listen,
being in.
They switching out generals every week. He done fired Pete Hegseth. He done fired top generals for the past 2 months, left and right. So I'm just we just gotta keep our eyes on the prize. Midterms, vote.
For a person who always says he hires the best people, his turnover ratio is like a restaurant.
It's worse than a restaurant.
His turnover ratio is crazy for somebody who hires the best people. So, I just wanted to touch on that. But the topic of the week that has the community divided. It has the community divided. It has people coming up with some of the most illogical takes, and having people at each other's throats,
projecting off from personal personal feelings and stuff they've experienced. So it's really crazy.
So the topic is going to be Meg Thee Stallion. Hold on, I gotta grab me a water.
Well, meanwhile, Meg Thee Stallion. Sure. So, like I said, I know when I got on social media, Saturday? All I see up on my timeline is, the rhetoric against the vile rhetoric against men over this situation. And I feel like some of the bloggers as well as content creators have not been, some of them has been creating content responsibly, others haven't. And it's just really mind-boggling that some people are so wrapped up in celebrities' lifestyle. Meanwhile, while all the vile rhetoric coming out talking about men, we only heard from one side, and it wasn't even detailed. It was basically said, I'm not going to deal, the relationship is over with, and I'm not going to deal with a person who can't be in a monogamous relationship. That was it. I'm just summing it up.
But people break up all the time. People break up all the time.
And it was within 6 months.
I don't understand what people were all
they was mad talking about, he had her doing wifey material things, like she was cooking for him. She done met his family, duh. I mean, if first of all, you ain't got to be a high end person. If you somebody that that takes care of yourself and got character, and I'm going to spend time with you, then some of the people that I'm close to should know, hey, you was good enough for them to meet. They was talking about she cooked for him. Then they was complaining about that he bought her a $200,000 car, named the boat after her. That's the type of stuff.
To me, how it looks to me is that he possibly thought maybe this is who I might want to be with. It's possible that he thought that, look, I want to be with her. And as the relationship progressed, it just was like, what? I don't want to be with her. This isn't the person who I want to be with. I thought it was, but it's not. And people do that all the time.
Right.
And I don't understand why so many people were caught aghast. And Klay comes off to me as the guy who be like, you know what? Yeah, I will get us a shot. You know what I'm saying? Klay don't come off like James Harden and, the guys with that type of reputation. Klay comes off as the kind of good guy.
Oh, look, they was putting a list down of all the women that Klay supposed to have cheated on. And I'm sitting here like, did any of us even heard anything about Klay Thompson and his relationship? Never. The first time we heard anything about Klay Thompson and who he's dealing with
was when he
was with Meg. And even when he won all the championships, we never knew who he was dating.
And because that was a blogger's fantasy. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They couldn't wait because like you said, and it all plays into the narrative of Meg made Klay famous, which you're saying how,
which it was dumb. That was dumb as hell.
That is a crazy narrative.
This man is a Hall of Famer, 4-time NBA champ, Splash Brother, top 50 player.
There are women who don't watch sports, so in a way, she brought him into their world. But in men's world, he'd already been there. We all knew Klay 60 points, 11 dribbles. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, like he possibly thought it was that she was for him, and as it went on, he was just like, nah, she's not. For me.
Regardless how whatever. Listen, throw whatever you want on the wall. I don't give a damn. The fact of the matter is, he didn't embarrass her. Number one. He didn't say anything negative about her. Number two, who did all the talking? She did. She said everything, and the internet went wild. You know what I'm saying? The internet went wild. He ain't said shit. Even when he went live today, still didn't say nothing.
And I think that she did it for a little clout.
Yeah, a little clout.
I'm kicking it with Klay Thompson.
Right.
But that is kind of the problem with going public with your private relationship, because once it goes public and stuff, and then it has this type of outcome, then you're open to this type of criticism. Whereas if you keep it private, nobody knows what you got going on in your life.
Even outside of that, I mean, the thing is, he never embarrassed her. That's the part that's being missed of this. He never embarrassed her. It wasn't like paparazzi caught him with another chick or whatever the case. It wasn't nothing like that. She broke the news. She said everything. He hasn't said anything.
No.
And then this is another thing that really, with men in general, hell, women too, which is sad in a sense. If you are consistent with somebody, meaning I fuck with you. I like hanging around you. I fuck with you. I might do a little something extra. I might buy you shit. We might go on vacations. It may come off like boyfriend, girlfriend type shit, because those are the things that you would do with your significant other. It's just, I fuck with this person like that even if they was to go date somebody, they do the same thing with somebody else, I will not get mad. You feel what I'm saying? But nowadays, that is viewed that you are misleading.
True.
When you do stuff like that, that's considered misleading. I'm like, how so? I'm being nice. If I have the means to do this, and it's not, and I'm doing this without no string attached, why it has to be like that's misleading? So again, with him buying her the $200,000 car, with him putting his name on the boat, with her cooking for him, with she meeting the parents, those things considered misleading. All he just doing it was, hey, at this point in time, I choose to be with you. I'm spending majority of my time with you, and because of this, these are some of the things I like to do with the significant other that I fuck with.
And like you saying, we kind of locked in.
We locked in
at the holidays.
Yeah, we locked in. Who ain't locked in during the holidays or some during the summertime? Like, come on.
We started our relationship around the holidays, and of course,
ending right before the summertime.
I'm not going to go to Thanksgiving dinner,
by myself. You gotta come with somebody.
I'm not doing that.
You're not taking just anybody. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be selective.
So yeah, like Andrew cook for me. I mean, if you're trying to make that type of impression on a guy, that's cool. But another thing,
that's crazy though.
Another thing I want to point out is maybe Meg ain't as dope as she thinks she is. A lot of we all as guys, and this is
Women too.
This isn't women bash because as a guy, we know it goes for men and women.
Yeah.
This goes both ways. You know, sometimes people think they're doper than what they actually are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not as cool as you think you are with that person and stuff like that.
And this is what I be stressing to people. Like when you dating somebody, you only seeing a snapshot of them for a few hours. And those few hours are accumulated over days, weeks, months, into years. And based off of that, as the individual has to formulate, do I want to be with this person? Not knowing that this person probably got some fucked up shit behind them because you're not around them when shit is not considered quote unquote perfect.
And this is another thing that I want to ask. Is it the music, what they call hoe rap? Does the way you carry yourself?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Do you think that plays?
I wouldn't even say that because again, she can do what she do. She's an entertainer. So I can separate it too. You're an entertainer, so if you saying, fuck whatever, twerking, whatever, that's what you do. That's what you do because you're an entertainer.
I mean, if that's what you're willing to take on, then yes.
Yeah, but she's an entertainer. So I'm not going. Me as a man, if I know she's an entertainer, that's her job. That's how she get money. I'm not going. If you're insecure about that, then no, don't fuck with her. But if I can go out in public with you, I mean, I'm not insecure about that. That's what she do. That's how she make her money. So she ain't no broke chick. She gets bread. So no, I'm not gonna be. If you feel some type of way, that's one thing. Then don't go with that person. But I can separate the two.
That was another narrative being pushed. So we covered Klay. Probably changed his mind, stuff like that.
He has a right to. Everybody has a right to. It was in the 6 months range.
The other narrative that I completely disliked was that black men were celebrating, but it happened. Who was celebrating? Who was celebrating any of this? This wasn't nothing to be celebrated.
I think the problem with what it was, what men was celebrating was when you seeing women after woman after women after woman talking shit about men, that piss you off because it's like, damn, when a man gets his heart broken, right? But hold on. When a man gets his heart broken and it's publicly known, you don't see men getting up here bashing women. Might have a few. We don't have. I'm talking about you have scores on my timeline. I had scores of bloggers pushing this narrative. I mean, you can see the venom in comments that's being said about a man. So, of course, you will feel some type of way. So, that's like, damn, this is the reason why the motherfucker left. Because if this is how y'all feel over a celebrity's relationship, they don't know none of you niggas. And y'all so invested into this shit to where you are speaking your true feelings about a man, then this is why you fucked up.
Or you're projecting, or like you say, you're projecting what
you experience,
how you experience, and I don't think there's anything wrong writing for your person, but I think Klay's catching a little bit too much.
He catched a whole lot of bullshit. He hasn't
a lot
said
of unnecessary flack for no reason.
Nothing. He did not embarrass this woman. He hasn't even came out and said anything. The only person that said something was Meg and everybody that was supporting her. That was it. Even when he came out on live, he still act classy and didn't say nothing to embarrass her. Like we seen other shit where motherfuckers be talking shit about them. He ain't did none of that. So that tells you right there. You feel what I'm saying? And then for somebody as men saying that's the reason why he left, look how loud you are talking. Look how loud everybody's talking. And he hasn't said nothing.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell y'all what. If he could, y'all might have focused this man for one season, because next season his team gonna be back. He gonna have some bloopers with him.
You saw niggas was like, yo, now I can put that nigga back on my parlay and shit, because Klay this year was trash.
Klay about to get Kyrie back next year. Cooper Flag will be there. They're going to have a high draft pick. Like they're going to have a team next year, and if focused Klay could be a problem out in Dallas. We will stay tuned to that. But yeah, the Meg Thee Stallion thing, that was crazy. Like, and like I said, I hate to see people break up. Especially when you think they found their person.
Man, listen, celebrity they have options. You feel what I'm saying? And usually sometimes when high-power celebrities break up, it's because of egos. You feel what I'm saying? It's egos play the ball. Because, like, at the end of the day, she got money. He got money. No one broke. They can leave each other and nobody would be fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? So now is they both going to satisfy each other? Is somebody trying to play hard to get, whatever the case may be? So if a person moving as if they're not losing anything, that tells you right there.
And he got options.
She got options.
I mean,
they both got options. Everybody have options.
Remember what they say now. They say cheating is a rich man's sport.
Yeah, but again, we have not seen him cheated. We have not seen no video, no pictures. So because of that, this is why I'm baffled. Like, why are they saying he cheated? Because she said something.
Nah, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it happens to people every day. This is not a new scenario, and it's happened to every one of us. We've all been in this situation. So, you know, us blowing this up to this magnitude,
to where we are talking venomously to each other, to where it's out of hand. And then on top of that, it's we need each other. Men and women need each other. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't. It's cool to celebrate. It's cool to cheer on people, wanting them to win and stuff like that. But shit happens. They just like us. They gonna break up. Only difference is it's gonna be for every woman that say fuck Klay. There's gonna be 10 to 20 of them be like, no, come here, Klay. You feel what I'm saying? And for every nigga that says fuck Meg, there's gonna be 20 to 30 niggas. Come on, Meg. So regardless, I mean, us people down here, look, y'all gotta keep reality in perspective. Don't get out here on this on social media talking crazy and shit, because that potential person that could be for you be like, I think I'm gonna stay away from her. I'm gonna stay away from him.
You could change a person's whole view about you with one crazy comment.
Oh, and one last note. So when you talk about men, right, you talking about your fellow sisterhood, because who's the first man's love? Their mama. Who put that first battery in his back? Their mama. So if you got a slew of sorry men out here, check your sisters, your moms, your grandmothers and stuff like that, because they're the ones that done handle this situation. So just want to leave that side note from the GED section.
So shout out to Meg, shout out to Klay. They will be all right. They will be all right. Life goes on. Life definitely goes on.
They making money off the shit.
They are. And more people are going to see Meg now because they're going to feel sorry for her and stuff like that.
And she making money.
Everybody going to be all right in the moment.
Everybody going to be okay. Just like I said, people like, hey, listen, we need each other. Us regular folks need each ottre. Don't get too crazy. These niggas, they good. Yeah, these niggas good. They got hundreds of people lining up for them. They all right.
They going to be just fine. All that money they got.
Right, they straight.
All right, so the next topic we're going to cover is, I saw that the baby, who, you know, as a former rapper myself, I understand where he's coming from. He feels he's the GOAT, and he feels like he's being discredited, and he feels like he should be in the air with J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake.
Well,
that's where, and you know, and shout out to the baby, you know, Carolina love.
Hey, listen. Shout out 704. Listen.
Shout out Charlotte.
I am never going to damper another man's.
Not going to dim his light.
Because why? He is successful in his own right. So he has the right to feel that way. But we got to put facts where they are now. We got. Come on back. Let's put the facts in. Now, when you are lining your name up with the likes of the Drakes, the Kendricks, the J. Coles, before we even get to money, because as money, you're not even in the top 50. I just put up the list of the top 50 richest rappers. You're not even top 50. All right, all of them names you just mentioned, they're all top 50. All right, number 2, which can be number 1. Do you have a Grammy? Let alone multiple Grammys. So again, when you are lining your name up against get these cats, you got money, you got awards. You feel what I'm saying?
Accolades.
Yeah. See, this is what we be trying to tell y'all YNs, like, Y'all want to be at the top so bad, but y'all want to skip past all this other stuff. Number one, money, the accolades. What else?
Success, because success is the main thing. And
but he is successful.
He's very successful.
He's successful, but when you put your name up with the likes of what you just said,
but that success,
right?
See, that's the rare air success.
Do you have an album that's gone out nationally? Hell, worldwide. You feel what I'm saying? You talk these cats that you talking about. Hell, what? Kendrick had 4 or 5 Grammys last year.
All of them have had anticipated albums. All 3 of those people we named had an album. Drake, we're anticipating his album.
Right.
J. Cole's last album, we anticipated. We anticipated Kendrick's. We've never anticipated the Baby album. Not one of his
Another
albums.
reason why is because you got about 2-3 artists that has a similar name as you. You the Baby. You got the Baby out of Texas. You feel what I'm saying? You got Little Baby. I mean, you got too many damn babies that's similar to you. So now you haven't even separated yourself just by the name by itself, because we just named 3. They had 1 in Texas, 1 in Florida. I mean, come on, dog. So the music.
And on top of that, to me, you're not on. The Baby's not on that tier. I don't even know if the Baby's on the tier beneath that tier. And the tier beneath that would be Meek Mill, Wale, and
he's up
and
there.
Big Sean.
He okay.
I don't. I
can't.
I think he might be the tier under that.
No, I wouldn't. No, I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna discredit him like that. He's. If you're gonna say Drake and Cole and Kendrick is
top,
they tier 1, and you're gonna say
Wale,
Meek. He's
Wale,
in that
Meek,
tier.
And
he's
Big
in that
Sean.
tier. He's in that tier.
You put him in.
I'll put him in that
with
tier.
you.
Yeah, I put it because number one, the one thing I give him credit. He survived cancer culture. He did. He's one of the fewest. He's one of the fewest hip hop artists today, or across any whether sports or politics. He's one of the few known people to.
I think if you're hot, you're just going to be hot. People going to support you. Cancel culture to me doesn't they speak on it, but because Kanye was supposed to be canceled, but Kanye been hot for when he ain't doing nothing, he's still hot.
I got you, but they really putting the clamps on fucking Kanye.
Oh yeah, they are now. No doubt about that.
So now, but his episode, I think it was.
But doesn't it make you even more the more they go out their way to be we're not gonna let it makes you even more you can't stop me. I don't think the Baby ever really went through anything like that. You just have a segment of fans that rock with you. Your fans rock with you.
Yeah, it does.
Your fan base just needs to grow a little bit bigger. And the way you grow your fan base bigger is by doing collabs with the artists that you mentioned.
Or not even collab.
Well, no.
Well,
collabs grow.
Yeah,
collabs grow.
That's true. That's true, because if you really look at it, what collabs that you really know that the Baby has done? He has never done no collabs with none of them cats that he's talking about.
Well, he had the collab with Little Baby. I remember that song.
Okay,
him and Little Baby had that song.
But the ones he never had no collab with Drake. He never had no collab with J. Cole, and they both in the Carolinas. Outside of that, even K-Dot.
I gotta think that would
he
was him and J. Cole did that one song. Him, J. Cole, and Flute. Shout out Flute, my guy. Yeah, they got a song together. They do got a song together, and the song hot. But you just like I say, he's got to cultivate his fan base a little bit more. Got to cultivate. You got
to network, man. You got to blend. You got to start doing more. Continue to put out more music and collab with some of them artists that you talking about.
I rock with the Baby. The Baby got some. He got some cuts.
I do too. I'm just saying, but it's levels to this shit.
It's definitely
it's levels.
Just like we talk about every week. It's levels.
It's levels to it. You are successful in your own right. Cannot take that away from you. But when you are putting your name next to Cole's, K-Dot,
and Drake,
nah, nigga, you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some collabs with them names.
But you're successful as hell, though.
Yeah, hell
Don't
no.
get it
You can't
wrong.
deny that. You successful in your own right. You in your own right successful. Can't take that away from you. But again, we got to be real. You don't have. You're not. The money's not there. You're not top 50. All them cats you talking about, top 50, and you have no Grammys.
And where's your album? That we always talk about,
right?
That
you don't have a classic album.
Cole got a classic.
Drake
got a classic.
K-Dot got a classic. Like, they got multiple ones on top of that.
So you got to give at least a classic album, and then things will follow after that. You got some hits. You definitely got some hits.
Can't take that.
But that top tier, like we were talking about, like Hassan said, he put, and I agree with him. Like,
you right. You're right there with Meek and them. I can't. I'm not gonna say you C, you B, but you could be A if you did collab with some of them guys that you talked about, because you haven't.
All right. So the next topic, since I don't think we discussed last week because we weren't here, Drake's album. A lot of people, the anticipation for Drake album is crazy, and
ain't been teasing people,
and even teasing. His rollout was amazing.
Yeah, Toronto game. He had an Iceman seat on where he usually be sitting at.
Yeah, he had the thing out in the middle of the street where the fans had to dig through it and find the release date, and then they found out it was coming out May 15th, and Drake is not over.
Right.
Drake isn't over. 2 years ago, Drake might have been like on his deathbed. We argued over this with him, Kendrick, and stuff like that.
We just know he just took an L. That's all. We're not saying that he's finished, he's done, he can never make music again. It's like, hey, like he was beating motherfuckers, he got his ass whooped. He took beat. 2 L's back to back.
He got beat.
He was beating niggas in the beginning, and he took 2 L's back to back. And, just dust yourself off and go ahead. It's not the end of the world. Like, we want to see you make great music. That was a tough battle.
And honestly, and I know people don't like when you say this and stuff like that, but honestly, Drake music is kind of missed. Like that.
It is.
Drake has his lane. Drake definitely has his lane. Like Cole,
he made the party music.
Kendrick exactly.
He made the party
for the chicks. The chicks need some good music, and Drake comes through with that. Mm-hmm. As much as you might dislike him and whatnot, we all know what Drake going to give us, and I hope that that's what he gets back to, because I'm really anticipating this album. I think this album is going to be dope. I don't know if he's going to go back at Kendrick or not.
Listen, I just don't touch on. I hope he ain't touching back on that K-Dot shit. Hell, don't even go at Cole. Just make good music, because even when Cole even slid his shit in the fall off, I ain't appreciate that. But we moved on.
You know that Drake is going to have some subs.
I feel like he's gonna do something.
Drake going to have subs. That's what Drake does. Drake has subs, and it is. We got 3 weeks. 3 weeks. May 1st is Friday. Yeah, we got 3 weeks till the album drops. So like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be hot, and I think it's going to be one of the highest streamed albums ever. I think that this album is going to do crazy numbers, because Drake will always have that fan base. And then you're going to have the people.
If you saying highest ever, that means he needs fan base and some.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be, because now people are going to be curious. What are you going to be talking about? Your fans are already going to check you out, but now it's the casuals, the not Drake fans who
want to see what you sound like.
So that's why I believe his numbers are going to be crazy, because now, just like when Cole dropped his, Cole was highly anticipated. We were waiting for Cole to drop his album. I think this is even more highly anticipated than Cole's album.
It is. Like I said, I think he'll be all right. We just want to listen to good music and just bounce back. That's all.
And I know some people might be like, this sound clown and stuff like that, but I wish some of these beefs would get killed. I wish some of these feuds would come to an end, because there's good music being missed out on over some of the stupidest beefs.
It was needed. That was needed. And I appreciate.
But I'm not just talking about Drake and Kendrick. I'm talking about there's several other like little like Drake and Rick Ross. That was stupid.
I mean, of course. I mean, again, you see the ploy why the entertainers does it, because again, they're trying to bring you back pre-COVID. Only did pre-COVID, it was mutually. That's what Versus came in, and Versus became popular because it gave people something to look at, and it opened up their catalogs. The only difference is, some of it was anticipated, some of it wasn't anticipated. Other than that, I mean, it was what needed. We need this type of beefs. It was, the shit was this was the first global, like I said, it was a worldwide international beef.
It definitely was. It definitely was. And since we're talking about verses, and I mentioned Rick Ross, we could go ahead and segue into the verses. Has announced that Rick Ross will be doing the verses against French Montana. That's
gonna be a good one.
Is it really?
Yeah. French really got some. He got some good hits. I will not say he'll have a classic album, but from his mixtapes and stuff like that. From mixtapes to just hits, his catalog is tight.
I'm gonna have to go through French's catalog.
He got a decent
because
catalog.
I know Ross got a catalog.
Hell yeah, Port of Miami.
I know Ross got a catalog. I know Ross got a catalog.
That's gonna be It's gonna be a good one. I mean, like I said, people be sleeping on French. I mean, like I said, of course, he's from up north and stuff like that.
I've never really been a big fan of French. I ain't gonna lie, and I know that French was hot back in the Coke Boys series.
I was listening to him. Yeah, I was listening to him when he was doing mixtape. That's what I heard.
Him, Max, and them, and now him and Max again are doing their little run and stuff. Shout out to French and Max B. You know what I'm saying? But I believe you. I believe the verses will be interesting.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take it if he thought that Rick Ross would mop him.
Yeah, like I said, both of them. Now, as far as classic albums, Rick got them. He beats him in that. Rick got more classic albums than French. But
I know
as far as catalog, French, don't be sleeping on it. He got some hits. Dude got. If you look up French, he got some bangers with a lot of headline main artists and stuff like that.
I'm going to have to check out French catalog because I was going to say, I know more Rick Ross songs right off the top of my head.
See, again, most people know about French because, like I said, if you're not from the tri-state area, New York tri-state area, and when he was in Cali and stuff like that, you're not gonna know nothing about him. But French, he got some hits.
Yeah,
he got a catalog.
Like I said, the Coke Boys era, that was a serious era though. I do remember hearing a lot about that.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and dip off into sports and stuff. NBA playoffs are going on. We did our picks, and I think the Spurs is the only one like that.
Spurs advance, OKC advance. My Lakers got a chance to advance tonight. KD is out for the series. Luka is still out. AR comes back tonight. He'll be playing tonight. So the Lakers got an opportunity to close out Houston. Let's see who else.
Oh, I think you were the one who you did say LA, but that's your team, so I figured that. But all the other series, we were kind of like we said Boston was going to do Philly,
but Philly's still hanging.
Philly hanging. Philly playing tough. I ain't going front.
New York got a chance. They won last night. They got a chance.
Atlanta gave them.
They gave them
thought about it. Made them think about. No, the most disappointing is Detroit. Detroit's got to be by far because you're losing to Orlando.
Orlando. They're not a bum squad though. I told y'all Paolo Banchero. I did not. I said that name.
Paolo.
I told you that name.
Nice,
that Duke player.
But there's no way that they should be. There's no way that they should be beating Detroit like this.
Man, I told you why. They don't have they outside shooting.
I'm surprised.
I'm not. I mean, like I said, Detroit I haven't seen the score because they should be playing right now. But I believe Detroit, they'll win it and force a game 7. Knicks, they have a chance to close out the Hawks and
tomorrow.
Stuff like Philly, they got to win. They won. Bring it back to Philly, so Philly got to win a game.
And what makes this kind of dope with Philly is if Philly wins this game in Philly, they've won 2 games in Boston, so it's a whatever game when they play in the Garden. But like you say, Philly got to win the next game in order to even get to Game 7.
I didn't know Embiid had emergency surgery. That's the reason why. Yeah,
that's why I wasn't playing.
This guy stay hurt, boy. He stay hurt,
but then he stay hurt. But then
when he
last
played,
night,
I saw the first half. Like, yeah, that guy. I was like, that shooting percentage was terrible. But the second half, boy, he came out.
Look, Embiid stay hurt, but when he on the court and he plays like he's unbelievable sometimes. So I don't know.
We gotta give a shout out to LeBron James, the oldest player.
Hold on. We gonna go to the West, but we didn't even touch Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, now Cleveland they
scrapped it.
They scrapped Toronto. I wasn't expecting Toronto to give them problems like that, but Cleveland they got a dogfight. They playing tonight, so I don't know what score is right now.
And on top of that, James Harden can't lose this series. You cannot lose this series. There is no way that you and Donovan Mitchell should go out in the first round against Toronto.
Well, you know what's going to give him they're going to give him space is it was a mid-season trade and they didn't have enough time to play with each other. That's going to be the narrative. So they're going to give him next year because like I said, this is important for Cleveland because Donovan coming up for a supermax contract. You feel what I'm saying? So if you trying to keep him locked in for that, you know what I'm saying, you got to give him something to be like, yeah, because if not, he's going to be looking elsewhere. Like, what other team I should be looking at? So it's going to be big.
So James gets another year for an excuse.
Yeah, he does. He's going to be giving out. It's written on the wall. If Cleveland somehow loses this series, that's what's going to be mentioned.
Right.
But like I said, we gotta give a shout out to LeBron James. Like I said,
go ahead and jump out west.
Oldest player in the league right now. He's the only one that's done it. You feel what I'm saying? He's leading the charge. I mean, we down not one but two superstars. One of our Luka Doncic. He might not be back in the playoff. Period. AR. So it's LeBron.
Let's not act like Houston was playing like at their best. But
they only missing KD.
What you mean only missing KD? That's a big part of their offense.
We're missing Luka and Austin Reeves. Two of the big three.
I see what you're saying.
41-year-old.
I see what you're
LeBron
saying.
James. 41-year-old LeBron. That's all I gotta say.
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
and the Lakers are definitely.
We're gonna close that shit out tonight.
But they got a daunting task ahead of them.
I believe we close them out tonight, and then we got Minnesota and Denver. Now they're
no. If y'all close Houston out, y'all get OKC.
Possibly, yeah. But I was just talking about before we get there.
Oh, okay.
Before we get there. So Minnesota and Denver. Now that's been a great season, a great series, and was even more important. They lost not one, two players. Devinchenko, he's gone because he got Achilles. He's gone for the rest of the season. And Ant-Man, hyperextended knee. You know, he's been injured the last few months. He's gone. He's
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
So can they hold? Can Minnesota hold off?
Right now, Denver won the other last night. So up until then, Minnesota was mollywopping their ass. So,
but Minnesota is down.
Yeah, they down.
So
we gonna see.
I don't know if they can hold Denver off.
DeSumo been balling. He came over from Charlotte. DeSumo been balling for them, so he been holding it down off the bench. But we gonna see. That's been an interesting series.
Do you think that they're going to be able to hold them off?
Well, I think. I think so.
Okay, we're gonna see. I don't think they're going to be able to hold Denver off, especially without Ant. Ant is a big part of that offense. That is. And like you said, old boy, he dropped 40 something the other night on this.
DeSumo.
Yeah. He dropped 40 something on the other night.
He did a subpar game last night.
Well, he gonna have to find it. Because you have Denver on the ropes, and you can't let them win another game. Because if they win another game, you're definitely you're not winning the series. Then we can go to Portland and San Antonio.
San Antonio closed them out last night.
Wemby.
Listen, this is where 2K comes to real life and stuff. Because a couple years ago, 5-10 years ago, people be making 7-footers on 2K, making them be able to dribble. He can play defense and shoot threes. Now we got a real live 2K player on the damn court. He gets out, miss one game with a concussion, come back. I think the other night, 2 nights ago, he had like 15 blocks, some shit like that.
I was thinking, and that's what I was gonna say. How hard do you think it is to get a shot?
It's hard as fuck. Like nigga, you gotta do. This nigga is 7'10" wins. You gotta shoot a serious rainbow. You gotta shoot before this nigga even jump, cause he was at least 5 foot in the air blocking shots.
And I be trying to hold off on being like, yo, Wemby is really like but
He just
really
tall as hell. The
He's
nigga just
really
tall
the
as
future
hell.
of the NBA.
Give me somebody that's just as tall and skilled as him. Let me see it then.
Ain't you're not.
You will.
I mean, Chet, but I don't. But
Chet is not
Chet
needed.
like a little below Wemby,
But
though.
he's not needed as Wemby is though.
Exactly.
That's Shea team.
Exactly, but Chet is along the lines of a Wemby.
Yeah.
Chet's got that same type of game, but Wemby
They have been balling against each other too. Now, when they play against each other, they be
that is a rivalry that is going to
all day. I think that's
basketball.
going to be a Western Conference Finals, but I still think OKC will win, even though San Antonio beat them 3 times this year. Regular season versus playoffs is totally different. Give me SGA in the playoffs against any damn team, Mr. 25, guaranteed 25, against anybody, against the field.
I'm looking forward to, and it might not happen, but if OKC and San Antonio play, I'll be front and center for that. I'll be front and center for that. And speaking of OKC, they just swept Phoenix. They just swept Phoenix.
I mean, Phoenix did good for a team that didn't make the playoffs last year, and how everything went down with Kevin Durant and everything. For them to come back this year, you know what I'm saying? They did more than what people expected them to do.
Do you think Kevin Durant out of Houston?
Nah, he can't, because he's at the tail end of his career. And
he got to stay there.
He got to stay there.
He can't go nowhere.
He can't. Even though teams will line up to get his ass, but they're not going. You will not get as much as you got in from getting him.
And your legacy is like going to be super tarnished.
Like
your legacy is going to be super tarnished
for him joining with the damn. You went with a 72 win team, so it was tarnished then.
You should have just stayed there. You should have just stayed with the Warriors.
Draymond punked his ass.
At the end of the day,
Draymond punked his ass. He said, "I gotta go."
At the end of the day, KD should have stayed with the Warriors.
He should
and
have.
It would have been a whole. His legacy would
if
be
he'd
looked
stayed,
at completely
if KD
different.
would stay, he'd have won 4 chips minimum.
He'd be looked at completely different. Because right now, you looking at KD like
you left Golden State. You done went to Brooklyn. Went from Brooklyn to
Houston. Is it Houston?
Yeah,
Phoenix. Phoenix, and then
went from Phoenix, then to Houston.
And your legacy goes every time. It just keeps going further and further and further down every time you do each year that passes by. We just look at you like at one time you were amazing, and now you're just journeyman.
Look, he can't even. He's out because he banged his ankle.
He a journeyman.
Yeah.
Can you believe that Kevin Durant is a journeyman?
He hasn't delivered a chip since he left Golden State.
That's crazy.
And crazy part is when you say when he was at Brooklyn, like you had Harden and Kyrie. When you was at Phoenix, you had
DB.
You got Devin,
DB.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got some top end players you've been playing with, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just like him and Russell Westbrook. Now you got lucky with the Splash Brothers and Draymond Green. You feel what I'm saying?
And then what's crazy is you did the LeBron, but it went opposite for you. Like you
exactly. At least LeBron, when he left, he won 2 chips with 2 different teams.
Yeah, like you did the LeBron, and it went completely opposite for you. But you know, he's still one of the greatest players of all time.
Day.
Like all
top
day.
50.
But the legacy, it just keeps taking hits every year that you know you don't at least
you had to tail end of your career. You need to win some games, bro. That's all. You can't go to he can't go to another
at least
team.
Make another conference final or something like that. Like
no, he got to get to the finals. He has to get to the finals. Since he exited Golden State when he won Finals MVP and stuff like that, he's been a shell of himself.
Segun quit playing all amazing and stuff like that. Like
because they are giving him the keys to the car. That's what happened when you're a superstar player and they come in. See, Durant has to have people in there that's gonna keep everything in order. He don't want no parts of that shit.
And where y'all play at? Where y'all play at? Are y'all playing in LA?
We playing in LA.
And you said Luka coming back?
No, AR. Back.
Well, they might be able to win with AR coming back. Nothing against AR. I thought you said Luka. Oh, Luka come back.
Nah, Luka's still out. He's still out indefinitely.
What do you give y'all chances against the Thunder if y'all advance?
Oh no, we getting swept. I ain't even gonna stunt. They shit.
I ain't gonna say y'all getting swept.
No, we getting swept. If we don't have Luka and AR, we getting swept. We had Luka first half, Luka and AR and LeBron, and we were blown out within the first quarter. We was down by 30.
And see, I don't want to see the Spurs in Minnesota if Ant ain't playing. That would be a sweep, I think.
Well, if Minnesota loses, it's gonna be San Antonio and Denver.
Yeah, I'd rather see Denver. If Ant ain't gonna be there, I'd rather see Jokic and
I still think
face off.
So who you think? Denver will win that. I still give the edge to Denver
against San Ant.
Hell yeah! Come on, you talking about Wemby against Jokic? I like Jokic.
I love Jokic. I love Jokic's game.
But him playing against Wemby though.
It all depends on
he gonna bust. Listen, how Jokic be throwing his damn big ass body, he gonna lean on his Wemby ass.
Definitely gonna lean on him. But I believe like those games are going to be won by Castle and Murray and guys like that. I believe like Wemby and Jokic that
break even.
Yeah, they'll cancel each other out. It's going to be one on Fox and things of that nature. So, all right, that's pretty. Anything on the NBA you want to cover?
No.
Definitely looking forward to how these games shake out. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to how the second round's going to look. It was NFL draft. I know you were happy. I know you were happy.
What?
I know you were happy.
Thank you for the trade too. Thank you for the
Look,
trade
it's
too. I appreciate it.
It ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like
the
Jerry Joe said, you got to trade with people even if you want to beat them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I appreciate it. We got that.
And I will admit that y'all got y'all a dog.
We got two dogs.
Y'all got y'all some dogs.
We got two dogs.
It's going to be interesting.
You damn right. And then didn't I tell y'all as AJ Brown's getting traded up out that shit? You was like, no smoke. No, when there's smoke, there's fire.
But let me ask you a question though.
What's that?
If he doesn't get traded,
no, he's gone.
If he doesn't,
no. You're not. Listen, your team is not trading for a first round wide receiver, rookie wide receiver, which you got an all pro wide receiver on the roof if they're not trading his ass. That was his replacement. By post June 1st, where the money doesn't hit, the cap money doesn't hit as hard for either people. That's the reason why they're waiting.
I'm just saying.
He's going to the Patriots.
Yet. If he don't leave.
June 1st, he's going to be a Patriot unless somebody come in and offer a better trade.
I got to see it to believe it. Because right now,
Adam Schefter, he not gonna put his name on something. He's not, when he report that shit, it's just like Yahoo. When Yahoo reports something in sports, that's good as gold.
Right now, our offense is just as potent as the Cowboys. with what we got, what we got right now, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Malachi Lemon, and go Dallas. Yeah. We're just as potent as the Cowboys.
Listen, y'all got turmoil because they talking about your boy, your quarterback too, man. You know what I'm saying? They talking about your quarterback. They talking about how Jalen Hurts don't wanna get up under center and stuff like that, having conflict with OC and stuff like that, because the OC they brung in is gonna be something that they said he was reluctant to do. So y'all got some internal issues to handle out.
We can handle that because Jalen's a winner. His track record says he's a winner.
I'm not questioning his game.
But my biggest problem when you say that is just like how I feel with Dak sometimes. It'd be like Dak and Jalen are the most criticized quarterbacks
all day
in the NFL.
Of course.
Without a doubt.
Because they're black. Let's take the race out of it. Let's take the race out.
That too,
it's because of the two teams that they play for.
Dak and Jalen are the two most criticized quarterbacks by far.
I give it to you all day. I agree with you. Listen, this is the first time you're gonna hear an Eagles fan and a Cowboy fan agreeing.
It's crazy. Like Dak and Jalen are the two most criticized quarterbacks.
I give it to you.
And they get it every year.
Exactly.
Lamar gets a little bit,
and they be putting up numbers. That's the crazy part. My boy, I ain't gonna front. Even though we haven't got to the NFC Championship in 30 plus years, the man has been in MVP talk at least 2 or 3 times out of the last 5 years, and it with supposedly quote unquote subpar team. So
like give some of this heat to Justin Herbert. Give some of this heat to Burrow. You know,
Herbert, he's like I said, of course, you know. I get what you say. Yeah, you're right.
Get some of this heat. Shout out Kirk Cousins for getting that deal. You know,
listen.
Shout out
to Kirk Cousins. Whoever his fucking agent, he should. Kirk, you should be giving him an extra 10% because this nigga, his agent, since he left Washington, he has gotten over $200 million in salary and guaranteed money.
This Kirk start.
He does the first 3-4 games.
He got to.
The first third of the season he does.
You gave him all that money. Kirk got to start.
He does the first 3 or 4 seasons and then 3 or 4 games about a third way, and then once probably like a third, a little past halfway, they'll turn it over to Mendoza.
Mendoza will get the
unless the team's winning.
Yeah,
if the team's winning, then Mendoza sits.
All right, let's go ahead and jump to your favorite team. That's not the Cowboys. Shador. I'm still sticking with Deshaun as QB1 at the beginning.
They're gonna give Deshaun all the chances in the world because they got more money invested in Deshaun. So yes, as of right now, coming out of Browns camp, they said Deshaun has the edge. Naturally, he gonna has the edge because he got the most money. Now this is a new offensive coordinator, so everybody is even on that part. So it all comes down to the money. Deshaun has this money. I think this is their last year as far as the contract wise with him. So he's actually they're going to push Deshaun out there to see if he got anything left in him, and if so,
all that money,
yeah, exactly. And if so, even if Shador is close, right? Even if Shador is close, all they doing is pumping up Deshaun up because they trying to get trade value for him.
I can feel that. I definitely.
So yeah, he's gonna have the edge. Do the money, contract money, and all that shit is tied up in.
I got to give the Commanders a shout out because they had a nice draft. They grabbed.
I ain't paying attention to them.
They got Sonny Styles.
I just paid attention to them Cowboys. We got Downs, baby.
Yeah.
We got one of the best safeties in the draft. And look, we didn't have to jump up in the top 10 to give up. All we had to do is move up one spot, got our guy. Then on top of that, y'all came in, trade with us. We moved back a couple spots. We gave up 2 5th round, got a couple 4th rounds back because of y'all. Got our next defensive end pass edge rusher, supposed to be better than Micah. And the numbers and everything was just better than Micah when he first came in. So again, we got your boy Parker from your former defensive player. He's our new defensive coordinator. We got some free agents and draft. I ain't gonna front. Jerry and them did their thing. I think I grade them an A. So we're gonna see how that defense moves. If the defense is the middle of the pack, like top 15 or something like that, oh yeah. I ain't gonna say what everybody else say, but I'm just gonna say we're gonna be making some noise. That's all I'm gonna say.
I give the Eagles an A. They draft great. Howie drafts great as always. He got us the guy from Minnesota coming in to play tackle, I believe.
No, linebacker.
No.
No, the guy that y'all traded for in Minnesota, he's a linebacker. Because he y'all lost in the Phillips, and the money that Phillips got in Carolina, y'all paid him like 4 years, 5 years, like $90-something million.
And shout out to the Panthers. I expect the Panthers to be good this year. I expect them to be good this year.
Competitive. They was competitive last year,
but I kind of expect them to make the play because they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah,
this year.
They did. They made the playoffs.
They lost the first round.
Yeah, lost to Green Bay.
I expect the Panthers to.
So how many wins you got them? Over 8?
Oh, definitely over 8. Okay. I give the Panthers 10 wins next season.
Ooh. So that means it's gonna come down between you and Carolina and Tampa Bay, pretty much.
And I believe that Bryce and McMillan,
yeah,
I believe they're going to gel. I believe that the running game is going to be good, and you know the Panthers always have a good defense.
Well, like I said, they got your boy Phillips and stuff. They did linebacker from Jacksonville, so they did pretty good in free agency as well as they draft. I feel like the Panthers are going to be very competitive. They should be division champs. not battling for division champs.
I'm trying to think of what other football stories were there that came out. I don't think there was really anything else. Your boy from Tennessee got a wide receiver. I do remember that. And that'll be interesting. I think Tennessee will be a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, you got Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame, went to Arizona, you know. That he's the first running back since Saquon to go on top.
Who's the quarterback for the Cardinals?
Well, right now is Jacoby Brissett, and he's looking for a contract extension because they traded Murray to Minnesota, so he's down there with Minnesota.
How comfortable do you think they are with Jacoby Brissett being there?
I mean, I ain't gonna front. He was balling. That's the reason why they kept Murray out for the rest of the season, because Jacoby was balling the rest of the season. They was very competitive. Hell, they beat us at Jerry World. So, you know, like I said, Jacoby, he's been a solid quarterback since he's been in the league. So right now he's negotiating for a longer term contract with them right now as we speak. So like I said, NFL, it was interesting. Nothing too dramatic in this year's draft, but like I said, Cowboys, they did their thing. We didn't have to reach. All our players came to us. We made timely trades and stuff like that. And like I said, it fell our draft board. We needed defensive players. We got some. So I'm looking forward to.
And last but not least, got to give a shout out to the home team here in Raleigh. Shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, shout out to them Hurricanes
who
move on to the second round of NHL hockey playoffs. So they got one more round, so possibly be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and see if they can do the magical win chip like they did in 07.
Raleigh needs to start thinking about a parade, because I think this might be the Hurricanes' year. We're going to see the people here are definitely behind them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Their fan base here in Raleigh and surrounding area is very. Yes. In North Carolina, period. They very deep.
They're definitely supporting the Hurricanes. Anything else you got?
Nah, man, we got Saturday coming up. We just wanted to fill in because we got Saturday coming up. We just want to fill in. Hey, listen, we got like 21, like a little over. We almost 2,000 away from this 10K mark on YouTube. Remember, we get to that 10K, y'all get to call in. You know what I'm saying? Get to ask y'all questions live and stuff like that. So hit like, subscribe, share, tell a friend,
comment, all that good stuff.
Boost it, hype the videos, all that stuff. We appreciate y'all support.
Shout out Dub, shout out Kelly Show, shout out Buddha.
All the other cast members.
We'll see y'all Saturday. Have a good night.
Peace.